All right, hello. My name's Tommy Youngblood. This is for English 102 for Jeffrey Noel, and I'll be going over my presentation on the California High Speed Rail that I did research on. I chose this topic because this is something I was interested in. I had prior knowledge on it, and it was research I did before, so I have an interest in the topic, so we'll just get right into it. All right, so starting off, my research question was how would the implementation of high speed rail be beneficial to California? And I kind of went about this in a way of thinking, like, because this is a rail system that's different, it's unique in its own way, and it's something that's never been. It's something that's seen before in other parts of the world, in other parts maybe of the country, but not exactly in California. So there's definitely a bunch of research and information on this topic, but it's something new to the state, and something they can benefit from. And so my thesis was the high speed rail will benefit California with aspects of reducing train travel time, increasing economic growth, and reducing environmental damage. And so these were the main points that I tried to focus on during my research, going about like how the travel time, how it's a different method of travel that could be different for the state. The increase in economic growth through different aspects such as job creation and stuff like that, going through that type of stuff, and then reducing environmental damage with the step back of a carbon footprint and just being a better way of transportation with less pollution and fossil fuels used. So basically, the elements of the rail that I've touched on before, like that were reflected in the study of the research, was economic growth and sustainability of travel. So obviously, the economic growth is something that was the key. That was the key in me choosing to talk on or write about this the rail. It's something that's going to take a lot of manpower to create. It's going to be aimed to connect different points in California through different major cities like San Diego and San Francisco up to the Bay, so all to the Central Valley, all the way down to the North Bay and the south part of the state. It's a sustained method of travel. It's something that's it's going to be able to be reached to a lot of people because it's going to stretch since it stretches throughout the state. There's going to be a lot of access points to be able for people to get to where they need to go. You know, or use it in any way they need to get to different parts of the state and possibly onward. I learned during my research when I was learning different stuff, I kind of looked at the different access points and like how it will connect to the state and like how parts of like where I live in Visalia, California, where that's where I'm originally from, and then parts of the valley to connect to points like San Diego, LA, and Sacramento, stuff like that. You know, it just gives different access points to many people. So I'll go further into that topic of the outlook and future development. So the plans connect multiple locations around the state, as I said earlier. It'll plan to go further on and possibly reach throughout past the state lines. That's like outside of connection of state lines, we could possibly see expansion onward to different parts, probably outside of California. You know, it's going to connect to maybe parts of Vegas, into Arizona, and even farther beyond. Because I feel like that'd be that southern region of the country. We could be interconnected with this project. That ties into the nationwide system that points across. You know, even beyond that, we could go to different parts of the United States and go and possible development could stretch on in that direction. So, in conclusion for this presentation, you know, just going over the basics, the California High Speed Rail is just something that's it's an idea. It's under construction right now, and then there's different aspects that go into the project with labor costs and development and all that. And there's a lot of positive impacts that could come from choosing to implement this rail in the state and onward. It could create a lot of opportunity, a lot of positive points that just a lot could benefit a lot of people in the economy and just have a positive outlook in general. So that's the conclusion of my project, and thank you.